Welcome to this video tutorial on using Epic-SlicerDicer. We will walk through the steps to build a cohort that you can easily explain and share, using a series of generic mock screens to guide you. SlicerDicer is best used for exploratory questions, such as testing a hunch or inspecting trends within a population. Remember that it is not ideal for formal regulatory reporting or causal inference unless you perform a separate validation. Before you start, it is critical to choose the correct data model. Use the patients model for cohort counts, where one result equals one patient, and use the encounters model if you need to report on specific visit counts. To get started, open SlicerDicer from your chart search. This is your primary entry point if the tool is not pinned to your toolbar. Simply search for SlicerDicer and select the result to begin. Now that you are in the application, your first step is to set the unit of analysis. For this example, click on Patients to ensure your results represent individual patient counts rather than encounter counts. As you build your analysis, think of the workspace as 5 independent decisions: your population, slices, measures, dates, and your chosen visual. Each of these components independently adjusts your report. Next, apply your analysis date window. It is important to set this explicitly before adding any time-sensitive criteria, which prevents your report from relying on default date settings that might lead to inaccurate results. To narrow your population, add an inclusion criterion. Click on Population, and then select Diagnosis. This allows you to filter the patient records that will contribute to your final count. In the criteria search, find and select your local type 2 diabetes grouper. Once selected, choose Include and click Accept to apply this specific clinical condition to your population. Now, let's restrict the cohort to adults. Add age as a second population criterion by setting the range from 18 to 75. This inclusion criterion will automatically update your total population count. For the final population step, add evidence of recent care. Select an encounter criterion and set it to use your active session date range. This ensures your cohort reflects patients who have been seen within the last year. With your cohort defined, you can now group the results without changing the population itself. Click on Slices and add Age Group to visualize how your data is distributed across different demographics. Next, configure your measures. Depending on your question, you might switch from a raw record count to a percentage to see the share of the population in each age group. Click Apply to see the update. If your labels feel crowded, adjust your visual options. Changing to a horizontal bar chart often makes the comparison much more legible for the reader while keeping the underlying data intact. Finally, remember that you can drill into any bar by double-clicking it to focus on a specific subgroup. If you need to return to your parent population, simply use the Undo button in the toolbar. To wrap up your work, save the session with a clear, descriptive name. This allows you to easily reload or share the exact logic later, treating your results as a refreshable, dynamic set rather than a static snapshot. Before you trust or share your numbers, run through these 6 quick checks. Verify the unit, confirm your date window, check the logic, account for missing data, review the measure type, and perform a quick face validity check. If you are using SlicerDicer for research, ensure you have the proper governance, IRB approval, and validation in place. Remember, never include patient identifiers in your shared screenshots or training materials. You now have your repeatable SlicerDicer recipe. Frame your question, select your model, apply filters and slices, choose your measure, validate the output, and save your work. You are ready to start exploring.